Hey guys, Yugi Soldier Michael here, and I haven't done a lot of videos lately because I've been currently trying to get moved and settled into my new house. But I am settled now. I have a new camera, I have a tripod to hold my camera steady, and I'm going to start out the new videos with a revisit of my Harpies. I've added a couple of new cards. I got a lot of bad reviews on my last Harpie video due to the quality, so I got me a new camera to fix that. I run 2 Dracosac. Dracosac's really useful for getting over tough monsters, and I can sit on him when I'm in a bunch. I run number 11 Big Eye. I run one of him. Big Eye, pretty much the same reason as Dracosac. I can get over big monsters. I have his added effect to take one of my opponent's monsters, so it can give me another good damage dealer when I need it. I run 2 Master of Blades. I run the 2 Master of Blades due to the fact that when I built this deck I got targeted a lot. But I can definitely see me switching out 1 Master of Blades for an Abyss Dweller. Well, a second Abyss Dweller. But until I can pick one of those up, I'll stick with the 2 Master of Blades. I run 3 Lightning Chidori. I find 3 Lightning Chidori to be very useful, and I go through them a lot. There have been games where I wish I could have a 4th one. I feel like Lightning Chidori is definitely a staple in this deck, and I don't see Harpies running without it. I run 2 Castel. Castel I just recently added. I just picked up a couple of Megatins for the Castel exclusively. And I find Castel is really useful in this meta, almost as useful as Lightning Chidori. I run the 1 Abyss Dweller for the graveyard effects, Yang Zings, Burning Abyss if they're still around due to the ban list. I don't really have to worry about Shaddoll much anymore. But yeah, graveyard effects, Burning Abyss, stuff like that, really useful. Queen Dragon de Jin. I use Queen Dragon de Jin. I use her at 1 to recycle my Harpie's Pet Dragons and get my constant rank 7 plays out. I run 1 Ice Beast Zero Fine. She's a good card. Not necessarily one of the best, but 2 level 4 Wing Beast monsters. And you can pretty much negate the entire opponent's field of everything faced up, and she gets a 300 attack boost for everything. I run 1 Ragna Zero. Ragna Zero helps me get over those troublesome monsters that get those attack boosts. Very nice card to go in first turn. It causes your opponent to think around it and try not to get any attack boosts. I run 1 Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. Now, I ran a Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon since the beginning. I haven't really seen myself going into her. She has saved me a few times due to her effect that she can attack directly and she cannot be targeted. Very nice card for the Harpies. I only run her at 1 though because I find any more than that it makes my extra deck a little too cloggy. And I would much rather just have her at 1 and have another choice. Let's go on to the monsters. I run the 3 Channeler. Channeler is definitely the main monster in my deck. She helps me get out those rank 4 spams and my rank 7 plays. Without her, I definitely wouldn't be able to run the deck. I run 3 Harpie Dancer. As soon as I can get 2 Harpie Harpists, I will be taking out 2 Dancer. So I will probably be revisiting this once I get my Harpists. I run the 3 Harpie Queen. Harpie Queen is definitely a really good monster in this deck. It lets you search out your field spell, get a little deck thinning out. 1900 attack, combined with Harpie Lady 1 and the field spell out, she turns into a 2400 normal summonable monster with no downsides. Solid card, definitely love it. I run the 2 Harpie Lady 1. I choose Harpie Lady 1 because of her attack boost. I do run 2 Harpie Lady number 1s over the 2 Cyber Harpies like most people. unlike most people, because I really like her solid attack boost, and it makes my Draco Sack a little meaner. 2900. I run the one Cyber Harpie Lady. Pretty much one of the best Harpie cards, Harpie monsters in the deck. I would say definitely Queen and Channeler would be the only ones better than her. Summonable off of Elegant Egotist, solid 1800 beater, and yeah, that's about all I can say for her. Really good card. I run 2 Harpie's Pet Dragons. I've seen a lot of decks running this at 1, but I really like it at 2 because of how constant I can get my rank 7 plays out. I've tried her at 1, but I feel like whenever I have 1, I always constantly draw her. So I bumped her up to 2. Next up, I main deck the 1 Thunder King Ryo. Thunder King Ryo is a very solid card, and if set up properly, you can lock a lot of decks down. The only downside is he locks down my own Hysteric Sign plays, which that's not really a problem, because if I have a Hysteric Sign, of course, it's going to go off before I activate my Thunder King. That's it for the monsters. 15 monsters total. Let's move on to the spell cards. I run the 3 Hysteric Sign. Pretty much the spell staple of the Harpie cards. Let you search out your Harpie cards whenever you need them once it's destroyed. I run the 3 Harpie's Hunting Grounds, Harpie's Field Spell, searchable off of Queen's Effect, basically their own MST. I do run 3 of those because I do not run 3 MST. I have seen people run 2. I don't understand it, but if it works, it works. I run the 1 Divine Winds and Mist Valley. Really useful with Harpie Dancer, because I can bounce back a wind monster, summon a Channeler from deck, and get my rank 4/7 plays off anytime I need them. I run the 3 Upstart Goblins. Draw power, speeds up my deck a little bit. I run 2 Elegant Egotists. Again, deck thinning gives me a little more power on the field and allows me to spam some XCs. I run the 1 Soul Charge for when I run into a bind or a mirror force that I cannot counter. It's helped me in a couple of games. Only downside is I cannot conduct my battle phase, so that can hurt sometimes. Be careful when you play that. Finally, we're going to move on to the traps. I run 2 Hysteric Party. I see a lot of people running this at 3, and I definitely would run it at 3 if I could find the room. I feel like I will be taking out a Mirror Force for a 3rd party. I have not finalized that yet, so I'm not too sure. I run the 2 Magical Hats. Magical Hats I find is really useful in this deck because you can activate it as they conduct the battle phase. I know I've seen a few duelists that think a monster has to be targeted, but turns out all they have to do is conduct the battle phase. So I find Magical Hats is really useful. I can send a Hysteric Sign to the field, and then at the end of the turn get its effect once it goes to the graveyard. I run 2 Dimensional Prison, Protection, that's about it. I run 3 Mirror Force, Protection again. Like I said, I do think I will be taking out 1 Mirror Force for a 3rd Hysteric Party. I run the 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, you're allowed, again, staple trap. I run the 1 Compulse to get over the things Mirror Force can't. Beals is one of them. If I run into another Draco Sack, I can compulse that out of there. Finally, I run the 1 Solemn Warning. Solemn Warning is really good in this deck. Well, any deck. Excuse that. Solemn Warning helps me get over those troublesome monsters that I cannot personally beat on my own. For the side deck, I will be including the side deck in here. I run the 2 Soul Release. I run Soul Release in my side deck due to the fact that a lot of decks now run in the graveyard. So I find 2 Soul Release is really useful. I run the 2 Summon Breakers, mainly for Teller Knights, due to me not having any playable light imprisoning mirrors right now. I will be having 2 on the way, so Summon Breakers, I believe, may get replaced with the light imprisoning mirrors. I run the 2 MSTs just in case I need a little more back row support. With Magispectors coming out, they will be really useful in my side deck, the MSTs. I run the 1-dimensional fissure. I run dimensional fissure for cards that rely on graveyard as well. I find that if I side deck these, I don't have as much trouble. Same way with Macros Cosmo, I run one of those. I run the 1 Vanity's Emptiness. I run Vanity's Emptiness for the sole fact if I need it, it's there. It will stop the special summonings of my opponent's monsters, and I can easily get rid of it if I need to. I run the 1 Soul Drain for, again, graveyard effects, Yang Zings, anything that activates a chain link. Soul Drain's there for me. I run 2 Grand Horn of Heaven. Now, Grand Horn of Heaven just came out in the Dimension of Chaos. I went to the sneak peek and was lucky enough to pick up 2. It's a solid card. It's what Black Horn of Heaven used to be, minus the additional effect. Pretty much when your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, you can negate the summon, and if they do, they draw 1 card and you end their main phase. Really solid card. I do see me possibly trying to main deck them later on, but for now, good side deck card. Then I run the 2 Artifact Lancia. I run 2 Lancia due to the fact that they're a hand trap that can prevent banishing. So if I run into a Rogue Chaos deck or say the DDDs, since they're coming out pretty quietly, I do expect to find a couple of those later on. It completely stops banishing for the turn it's activated, and it's a quick effect, so I can activate it on my opponent's turn. But yes, that is it for my Harpie deck. This is for the 2015 November format, and I will be working on my Mecha Phantom Beasts, possibly Burning Abyss. I will be getting a DDD deck once Alexander comes out. I need to find out when he comes out. And then I have a couple of other deck profiles that I'm currently working on right now. I'm hoping Yugi Soldier Mitch has his deck profiles going on. We were talking a little bit last night, and he was talking about possibly his Gravekeepers, since he got those working good. So let's see what he got. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you guys could like, comment, subscribe, tell me your point of view, like what would you like to see me do? Did you like something in my deck? Did you not like something in my deck? Hit me up, let me know. And I hope you watch next time. Thank you.